Welcome back. We're continuing our discussion about how to get what you want at work. Not to demand your way, but to lead to the outcomes and results that you are looking for, and to help your colleagues and your team members know exactly what it takes to meet your expectations. We're discussing why people don't do what you ask at work. When you feel like you have to chase people to get updates, or tasks are always off schedule, when you finally get what you've been asking for and it's lackluster and not at all what you expected. Speaking of expectations, in the prior episode, we talked in depth about setting expectations. So make sure you go back and watch that episode. In this week's episode, we're going to be looking at communications. What does it take in order to communicate effectively so that your expectations are met? You got to communicate your expectations, avoid assumptions, and make sure that you're communicating in multiple formats. That's something we talk about here at Boss at the Helm a lot. People don't hear you the first time. Not everybody receives information the same way you intended it. So you've got to look for multiple channels and times to share that information. Don't think it's one and done. When you're leading at work, you need to look for multiple ways to communicate, to get the message out to different layers of the organization, and to help people understand information in a way that makes it meaningful to them. Why should they do it? What's in it for them? How does it help you or the organization's goals? Explain as much as you can. Share what you know. Ask for questions and suggestions. Make sure there's a feedback loop so people can come back to you when they do come up with problems, obstacles, or more questions. And explain what you don't want. When you're trying to get specific things done at work, give people a lot of opportunity to get curious, to state their assumptions, to validate their information or their approach. Give them opportunities to check in. Many of us will start by saying something, maybe repeating it or sending it out in a different format, and then stopping. We put a great big pause between the time we've started and the time we expect something. We need check-in loops in between to go back and make sure that everything is on track so you don't wait till the very last minute to find out you're not going to get what you want. Another thing that we hear from leaders a lot, though, is that they feel like they've communicated and gotten buy-in. They've got timelines agreed to, but they have to chase people for status updates or to find out how things are going. If you feel like you're having to constantly chase people to get information, to follow up, then here's a couple of suggestions. One, make sure you're holding people accountable for the agreements that they've made. We're going to have another episode or two about accountability, so check in for more details and steps on how you can hold people accountable. Also, make sure that people have committed. Sometimes we think people have agreed when we really just laid down the law and they've shrugged their shoulders and walked away, or they're going to get to it in their own time. We haven't established priorities. So when you're communicating about things that you need done at work and you've said why and you've gotten buy-in, make sure that you get commitment, get verbal commitment. How does that sound? Are you able to commit to this? In order to have this done by the agreed upon timeline, does anything else need to be reprioritized? Do you have the support that you need? Do you have the resources that you need? Ask open-ended questions that allow people to share other information with you. See if there are things that need to be reprioritized or if something is going to get delayed or missed. If they pick this up, will they have to put something else down? Sometimes people don't volunteer that information. They think you already know. So try to create a dialogue that helps you understand what the impact is, and then ask for verbal commitment to the task and the deadline. This episode, we're going to continue exploring how to get what you really want at work. Like and subscribe to this channel. Join us here every Friday for another mini but mighty leadership lesson. It's an easy place to learn more about awareness and leadership so you can level up. Being a boss means using your power for the good of yourself and those around you. And it starts with self-awareness and cultivating yourself. Lead yourself, then lead others, be a boss.